It's cold, man.
Always. We on? Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all well. Welcome to our pre-match press conference for our FA Cup fifth round match against Everton tomorrow night. As a reminder, we ask no tweeting, no live streaming of our press conferences. After this, we'll move on to the dailies, which is embargoed till 10:30 tonight, followed by two questions from an Evening Standard, which are embargoed until 1 o'clock tomorrow. If you do have a question, please raise your hand. We will start with Sky. I believe we've got Emma on from Sky. I'm just going to unmute you, Emma. Get started with you. Thank you.
Hi, Jose. Nice to see you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Thank you.
Just first off, in terms of team news, any updates following the weekend?
So Sergio, he left the game, as you know. Little problem. Can you play tomorrow? I don't know. I don't think so. But we have a training session later in the afternoon. Players didn't arrive yet, so he's one to give a look. Giulio Celso, no chance. Sergio Reguilón, no chance. Dele Alli, he trained yesterday with the team and well. Long time away, couple of weeks not training with the team and recovering. Can he play tomorrow? Well, he's not injured, but I'm not sure he can. Can he help us? I believe he can. So in terms of having Dele on the bench to come for a few minutes to try to help the team, is that possible? Something I have to speak with him, but I believe he can.
And is Harry all good after the weekend and playing 90 minutes on his return?
Yeah, no bad reactions. He played well, as you could see. No problems. At least no big problems. So again, we need to go player by player. Only 2 days between West Bromwich and Everton. But we have to go player by player to have their feelings, to discuss with them and see the best options, because of course we want to go with a strong team, but at the same time we don't want to create problems for the future of the players.
How big is this couple of weeks for you? Obviously FA Cup tomorrow, you then got City in the league on the weekend, Europa League returns. How crucial is this next couple of weeks in terms of Spurs season?
You know, I always believe that we are going to have motivations until the end of the season. The Premier League is the Premier League. We are going until the last match like we did last season. And after the last match, where everybody played 2 matches against every opponent, we will have a clear idea of what a team achieved and what the team deserves to achieve. In this moment is almost 50% of the competition to play. It looks a little bit strange, but the reality is that we didn't play yet against Villa, but we played twice against Liverpool. We played twice against Chelsea. In a few days, we played twice against Man City. So it looks like somebody threw all the big opponents to us at the same time. But that's not a drama. We have to play against everybody. And as I was saying, in the end of the season, everybody played 2 matches against every opponent. We have a cup in the pocket waiting for us. Normally will be played now or end of January. Will be end of April. Is there? We don't forget that final, but is there closed in a pocket, and the moment will arrive. Europa League is a competition where we played already an incredible amount of 9 matches, and we are going with everything to the next round to try to progress. And of course, FA Cup, the draw is not an easy one. We play against a team of great potential, against a team that has ambitions in the competition. Ambitions like we also have. So let's go tomorrow.
Just last couple from me, Jose. You said about Everton there having sort of ambition. Carlo Ancelotti, obviously a manager you know well, he's sort of raised the standards at Everton. What would you say he's done specifically to improve them this season?
I lost you. I don't.
What's Carlo done specifically to improve them this season?
What he does?
What's he done this season specifically to improve them at Everton?
Carlo is Carlo. Carlo doesn't go to a club to spend time or to have some fun. He goes to a club to try to be Carlo, a winner, one of the best managers in the world, and of course, just by arriving, he brings to the club that ambition. Then you can see the players that they got. They didn't go in the direction of some players to progress. They went in the direction of players that Carlo knows very, very well, and players with great quality and great experience at the highest level. When you go, as an example, to Alan and to James, we are speaking about two great players that played for Carlo before. Developing some of other players. They have players that, of course, they are improving a lot. Just to give the example of Calvert-Lewin, but I could give more. And Carlo with time, he will win. I'm not saying that Everton can jump over the top clubs with incredible history. It's not an easy process, of course, but with Carlo and with patience and with time and with continuous development of the team, nobody better than Carlo to give a trophy to Everton.
Just lastly, I just wanted to ask you about online hate, because it seems at the moment, weekend after weekend, we're seeing footballers racially abused on social media. We've seen Mike Dean receive death threats online. Is this something you've spoken to your players about?
No, a colleague of you asked me that question before, I believe, last week. We speak with the players if the situation arise, if the situation happen. To be honest, the last one I had a little talk about it was with Ryan Sessegnon, that is in Germany, not even here, but is our player and is a kid that we have to try to protect. Of course, I feel very sorry with Mike Dean. I feel very sorry with Tuanzebe and with every Mike Dean and every Tuanzebe of this world. This week was for them. The week before was for others. And if the situation goes in the same direction, next week will be to others. I think something has to be done, because one thing is a professional life and what we do in our professional lives and the success we have and the mistakes we make and the frustrations we have. Another thing is to step the fence and go to the private life and go to the social life, and that, of course, something has to be done.
Okay, I've noticed we've got a lot of hands up, so I'll try to get through as many as possible, but I'm conscious of time as well. I'll start from the top. Jerry Cox is next.
Hi, Jose. You said Dele's back involved. What was it you've said to him? What's changed your mind about his involvement now? Because he was not getting in teams.
Dele. You're asking about Dele and
what changed?
Yeah.
Nothing changed. He's not injured. He can train with the team. You went through a process of not training with the sports science people, and then jump to the teamwork, which he did yesterday for the first time. Nothing changed. What maybe changed is speculation around him, because in this moment everybody knows that he's a Tottenham player and that he stays in here and he doesn't go to any place. So probably the end of the speculation will be the end of questions, and with the end of questions, he can train, he can try to help the team, because this is what we want. This is what we need. We need players to help the team. And hopefully he can do that. And in normal situation, he wouldn't be even considered for tomorrow. But with the injuries we have, with so many matches we have, maybe we have to accelerate his process, and maybe we can. But of course, I want him to be fully on board and to agree and depends on his feelings. But if he can be on the bench tomorrow and to come for 10, 15 minutes and help the team, that would be good for us.
And what was his injury?
Yeah, he started with something in a tendon, and after that, always bad feelings and muscular. How do you call it? Like not a strain, but muscular bad feelings around the tendon area, and he was not feeling comfortable. And the process with the sports science people was between giving some days rest and treatment, and then reintegration with sports science. And when he did the training session on Sunday with the sports science in the morning, then we had the information that he was perfectly fine to train Monday with the team, which he did. So today, second session with the team, and hopefully the feelings will allow him to travel with us.
Okay, I'm going to go to James Ollie.
Hi, Jose. There have been more away wins than ever this season in the Premier League. And I just wanted to ask, sort of generally, how do you think coronavirus has affected home advantage, and what impact will that have on the FA Cup?
FA Cup is a special competition that, even with full stadium, normally away teams would take much more supporters than in Premier League. The allocation for the away team in the FA Cup was always much bigger than in the Premier League, and that always allowed, in my opinion, I felt that playing at home, I felt that playing away, that always allowed a different atmosphere than in the Premier League. In the Premier League, I have to admit that one thing is to play with full stadium, and another thing is to play with empty stadium. I believe that every coach tries, like I try, to make the players feel good feelings, but the reality is empty stadium is a complete different story, and I believe that has an impact in some of the results. Let's just give an example. We were losing against Chelsea 1-0. We were playing much better in the second half than in the first half. Last 25 minutes, the team starts pressing a lot and being closer. I believe that stadium full, I believe that could make an impact in the team. And I think this happens in every stadium. So the public makes a difference, I believe so.
Okay, going to go to Nick Godwin from BBC. Nick.
Hi, Jose. Do you think that this season's going to be the most difficult one in your experience as it comes to a climax because of the congested nature of it? Is this going to be the biggest challenge for you with all the different cups and all the different competitions, with everything so compressed?
Well, but I hope so. I want to be in the cups. So if we can arrive in the last part of the season and have the final and a part of the final Europa League matches and FA Cup matches, I'll be very happy with it. Difficult, yes, of course, difficult. Very demanding for the players, yes, of course. Everybody depends a lot on availability of the players, yes, the injuries, the fatigue, but I prefer that than not. So let's see it in a positive way and fight.
Okay. Jonathan Veal.
Hi, Jose.
Hello, Jonathan.
In previous rounds, you've given Carlos Vinicius, Gareth Bale, Joe Hart time on the pitch. Is that the sort of thing you're going to do again tomorrow, or will it be more like the Premier League team that we see?
I have to wait for the training session. I want the players to help me in my decisions. I want to listen to them. If a player tells me I feel that I'm tired. I feel that I cannot perform at the same level because of fatigue coming from the previous week, will help me to make a decision. If any player tells me I'm great, I feel perfectly fine, I'm confident I can play 3 matches in the week, no problem at all, will help me also. So I think this is a situation where players will help us to make a decision for them.
Do you think that Kane and Vinicius can play together up front?
Yes, I think they can. It's not a situation that is happening for different reasons, but I think they can. They are complete different players. They can play together, yeah.
Okay, going to finish the broadcast with Walter from Sport TV Portugal. So I'm just going to unmute you now. If you're there.
In Portuguese?
Yeah. Don't mind one question in Portuguese, that's fine.
José Mourinho, muito boa tarde. Walter Madureira da Sport TV de Portugal. Muito prazer em reencontrá-lo. É um objetivo grande seu conseguir estar em 2 finais, numa já está, agora este é um passo para poder estar em mais outra final.
Quando começámos a época tínhamos 3 competições a eliminar e sempre dissemos desde o princípio que não íamos deitar nenhuma fora. Tinha que ser a competição a deitar-nos fora, tinha que ser um adversário a ganhar-nos e a pôr-nos fora. Nós não iríamos saltar, não iríamos fazer grandes alterações, não iríamos entregar competições e se calhar muita gente pensou que nós o deveríamos ter feito quando tivemos 2 semanas em agosto em que tivemos que jogar 4 jogos por semana, 2 deles com um dia de intervalo e nem mesmo assim nós quisemos entregar competições. Portanto é o que nós vamos tentar fazer. Eu dizia anteriormente que temos uma final no bolso para jogar a 25 de abril e portanto para esquecer, mas temos 2 outras competições, a FA Cup agora e a Europa League que recomeça na próxima semana, que vamos lutar por tentar chegar o mais longe possível.
Okay, thank you very much for the broadcast bit. We'll move on to the written media now. This is embargo till 10:30 tomorrow. None of it's to be filmed.